Welcome back, Lincoln Currency, the channel where we uncover the hidden gems of numismatics. Today, we have a mind-blowing story to share about a humble little coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change. We're talking about the legendary 1967 Lincoln penny. This 1-cent piece could be worth a fortune, up to a jaw-dropping $77 million. Yes, you heard that right. So sit back, relax, and let's dive deep into the history, errors, and incredible market value of the 1967 Lincoln cent. Before we talk about its value, let's take a trip back in time to 1967. This was a significant year for coin collectors. Why? Because during the mid-1960s, the U.S. Mint stopped putting mint marks on coins. You heard that right. From 1965 to 1967, the U.S. Mint removed mint marks from all coins to discourage hoarding due to a nationwide coin shortage. This means that the 1967 Lincoln penny was only minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but none of them bear a mint mark. Let's break down the specs of this fascinating coin. The 1967 Lincoln cent features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, we see the classic wheat ears design, which was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. Here are the coin's key specifications: composition, 95% copper, 5% zinc and tin, diameter, 19.05 mm, weight, 3.11 grams, edge, plain mint marks, none, as part of the 1965 to 1967 minting policy. Now, while the regular 1967 penny is common, some extremely rare era coins and high-graded examples can be worth an absolute fortune. And that's what we're about to explore next. Now, let's get into the most exciting part: errors. Error coins are what make coin collecting so thrilling because they can significantly increase the value of a coin. Here are some of the rarest and most valuable 1967 Lincoln penny errors that have been discovered. Doubled die obverse, DDO. Some 1967 Lincoln cents feature doubling on the lettering, especially on Liberty and In God We Trust. These errors can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the coin's condition. Off-center strikes. If a 1967 penny was struck off-center, leaving part of the design missing, its value can skyrocket. A 50% off-center strike with a visible date can be worth over $1,000. Clipped planchet error. These errors happen when the coin blank is improperly cut, leading to a crescent-shaped clip. A 1967 penny with a clean clipped planchet error can fetch anywhere from $100 to $500. Wrong planchet error. Some 1967 cents have been found struck on dime planchets, or foreign coin blanks. These are incredibly rare and can be worth thousands. Die break errors, CUDs. If you spot a raised bump or extra metal on your 1967 penny due to a die break, you might be holding on to a valuable collector's item worth hundreds. So, how can you tell if your 1967 penny is rare and valuable? Here are some expert tips. Check for doubling on letters and numbers. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubling on Liberty and In God We Trust. Look for off-center strikes and missing details. The more off-center, the better. Check the weight. If your 1967 penny weighs significantly less or more than 3.11 grams, you might have an error coin. Inspect the color and luster. Red pennies, graded as RD, are more valuable than brown, BN, or red-brown, RB, ones. If you think you have a rare one, consider getting it graded by PCGS or NGC to authenticate its value. Alright, the moment you've been waiting for. How much is the 1967 Lincoln penny really worth today? Well, let's break it down. Regular circulated pennies are worth around 2 to 5 cents due to their copper content. Uncirculated MS-65 red examples can sell for $50 to $500. Rare high-grade specimens in MS-67 or higher have sold for over $10,000 at auctions. Error coins with extreme doubling or misstrikes can be worth $50,000 or more. But what about the legendary $77 million penny? While number 1967 Lincoln cent has officially sold for that much, rumors swirl in the collector's world that a unique prototype or rare error version exists. making it one of the most sought-after coins in history. If such a coin is ever verified, it could easily break records. Got a rare 1967 penny? Here's where to sell it for top dollar: eBay and online auctions. List your coin with high-quality photos and a certified grade for maximum bids. Heritage auctions and great collections. These major auction houses specialize in rare coins. Local coin shops and pawn shops, a good option, but make sure you know the value first. Coin shows and expos. Meet collectors and dealers who can offer top prices. Always get your coin professionally graded before selling to ensure you receive the best price possible. That's a wrap for today's video. Who knew that a simple 1967 Lincoln penny could be worth so much? If you have one of these in your collection, be sure to check for those rare errors. You might be sitting on a goldmine. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin treasure hunts, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And hey, let me know in the comments below if you have any rare pennies. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Today, we are unraveling the mystery of a single cent, but not just any cent. We're talking about the 1986 Lincoln penny, a coin that could potentially be worth a mind-blowing $77 million. Could you have one sitting in your pocket right now? Stick around because this is one video you don't want to miss. To truly appreciate the 1986 Lincoln penny, we have to rewind the clock over 100 years. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has undergone multiple design changes, but the core elements remain: the noble profile of Lincoln on the obverse and, since 1959, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. Now, let's zoom in on the 1986 penny. This coin was struck in 3 major locations: Philadelphia, No mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; San Francisco, S mint mark. Proof coins. Each of these variants has its own unique characteristics, but what truly sets some of them apart is their rarity, condition, and potential errors. These elements can make a common penny worth thousands, or even millions. The 1986 penny is part of the modern copper-plated zinc series that started in 1982. Unlike earlier pennies, which were made of 95% copper, these are 97.5% zinc with only a thin 2.5% copper coating. This change was implemented due to rising copper prices. So, if you were expecting solid copper in your 1986 penny, sorry, but it's mostly zinc. However, this also means that some rare error coins were produced due to improper plating, leading to some very valuable finds. Alright, now to the part you've been waiting for: the value of the 1986 Lincoln penny. While most 1986 pennies are worth just face value, certain error coins, rare varieties, and high-grade specimens have fetched staggering amounts. Here's why some 1986 pennies can be worth thousands, or even millions. Minting errors: if your 1986 penny is struck off-center, it could be worth anywhere from $50 to $1,000, depending on the percentage of the off-center error. A clear doubling on the date, letters, or Lincoln's portrait can bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If a 1986 penny was accidentally struck on a copper planchet instead of a zinc one, it could be a jackpot find. Coins with visible cracks, cuds, or die breaks can be quite rare and valuable. Condition and grading: circulated versus uncirculated. The average 1986 penny in circulation is worth just 1 cent, but an uncirculated, high-grade example, especially in MS-67 or MS-68 condition, can be worth hundreds or even thousands. The San Francisco proof pennies, if perfectly preserved, can fetch high values, particularly if they have deep cameo contrast. Now let's address the elephant in the room: the claim that a 1986 penny sold for $77 million. Could it be real? Could one of you out there be sitting on a penny worth more than a luxury yacht? The truth is, while many rare pennies have sold for tens or even hundreds of thousands, there is no verified auction record of a $77 million sale. However, It's not entirely impossible that an extremely rare, one-of-a-kind specimen could break all records. So, while it's important to approach these claims with skepticism, it's equally important to check your pennies because some rare error coins have sold for life-changing amounts. If you believe you have a valuable 1986 penny, what should you do next? Here's a step-by-step guide. Examine your penny, check for mint marks, errors, and overall condition. Weigh your coin. If it's significantly heavier than 2.5 grams, it could be a rare variety. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, misprints, or unique features. Get it graded. Send your coin to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Sell it at the right place, auctions, coin shows. And online marketplaces like eBay or Heritage Auctions can help you get the best price. Remember, knowledge is power in numismatics. Narrator. So, there you have it, the fascinating world of the 1986 Lincoln penny. While not every penny is worth a fortune, it's always worth checking your change because you never know what you might find. Could you be holding the next $1 million penny? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more incredible coin discoveries. Comment below if you have a rare penny story or if you've found an interesting coin in your collection. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting! Today, we're going to talk about a very special coin, the 1995 D Lincoln penny. Some sources claim that certain variations of this penny could be worth up to $77 million. But is that true? Let's find out. Before we get into values, let's take a look at the history of this coin. The Lincoln penny, featuring the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, has been around since 1909. But in 1995, the Denver Mint struck millions of these pennies. So what makes some of them special? In 1995, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at both the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P or no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, marked with a D. The Denver Mint coins, marked with a D below the year, were produced in large quantities. However, some of these coins contain rare errors or features that make them incredibly valuable. There are a few key things collectors look for when determining whether a 1995 D penny is worth serious money. Doubled die obverse, DDO. This is the most well-known variety. It occurs when the coin is struck with a misaligned die, causing a doubling effect on the lettering, particularly on Liberty and In God We Trust. Off-center strikes. Coins that were struck off-center can be valuable, especially if the date is still visible. Die cracks and cuds. Some coins have small cracks in the die that create raised lines or blobs of metal on the surface. High-grade condition, even without errors. Uncirculated and proof-like pennies can fetch a premium. Now let's talk about the real numbers. How much can a 1995 D Lincoln penny actually be worth? Here's a breakdown. Regular circulated 1995 D penny. Most 1995 D pennies are only worth face value, 1 cent. Even in slightly better condition, they usually sell for no more than 25 cents. Mint state, MS65 or higher coins graded MS65 by PCGS or NGC can sell for $10 to $20. Double die variety. DDO. A well-preserved 1995 DDO penny can fetch anywhere from $50 to $1,000 depending on condition. Errors and rare varieties. Off-center strikes, die breaks, or unlisted errors have sold for $500 to $5,000. Now, about that insane $77 million claim. Let's be real. No documented sale of a 1995 D penny has ever reached anywhere near that price. While rare pennies can be worth thousands, claims of tens of millions are likely exaggerations or misunderstandings of coin grading and valuation. Always verify sales with legitimate auction houses. Want to see if you have a rare 1995 D penny? Follow these steps. Look at the lettering. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on Liberty and In God We Trust. Check for errors. Examine the coin for any off-center strikes, die cracks, or other anomalies. Grade your coin. Coins in mint condition or high grades are worth more. Get a professional opinion. Submit your coin to PCGS, NGC, or Annex for authentication and grading. Coin values fluctuate over time. Right now, the market for rare pennies is strong, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for high-quality specimens. However, make sure to stay informed about market trends, as values can change. So, is your 1995 D Lincoln penny worth $77 million? Probably not. But it could still be worth a nice chunk of change if it has the right characteristics. If you have a rare or valuable penny, don't forget to share your story in the comments below. And if you love videos about coin collecting, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.